Welcome to my channel Daily Bulletin News. Theresa turns to an unlikely source for one last favor, and Fiona makes a surprising confession. Holly stomps away from Nicole in the square, refusing to go to Paris. Nicole explains that if they stay there, EJ will make life miserable for her and Eric. Holly supports them leaving, but she's staying put. Nicole assumes this has to do with Tate. Eric rolls Jude's stroller into the pub where Justin's texting at a table. Eric heard what happened at the wedding. Justin notes they've both been through it, what with EJ trying to keep Eric from his child. Eric shares how EJ is still causing problems, including with his and Sloane's divorce. Justin offers to handle the paperwork for him. Eric wishes Nicole's divorce could be that easy. At the Kyriakis mansion, Theresa shackily faces Alex and Brady. She came to take responsibility for what she did. Alex yells at her for destroying his life. What possible explanation is there for what she put him through? Through tears, she says she honestly thought she was doing him a favor. She never wanted him to get hurt. She declares her love, but Alex shouts that she doesn't know love. She's a con who only came for his money. He doesn't want to see her or hear from her ever again. He's getting an annulment, so it's like this marriage never happened. He wishes he could say the same thing about their entire relationship. Theresa sobs as he leaves the room. Well, that went well, Brady deadpans. Xander comes home to find Maggie watching Victoria while Sarah's out. Xander tells her Theresa kidnapped Victoria, and then fumes over Victor only acknowledging him in death. Maggie knows he's hurt, but believes Victor was planning to tell him the truth when he got back from Greece. Xander points out he still treated him like dirt his whole life. How could he do that to his own son? In her Salem-in room, Fiona tells Sarah that Xander needs to make sense of his new reality before settling down. Sarah defensively explains that she and Xander have been in love for years. She and Victoria provide him with the stability he needs. Fiona is just looking out for her son's best interests, despite having no right to so. Sarah asks why she abandoned him. Fiona confides something off-screen, which floors Sarah. Fiona doesn't think Xander wants to hear it from her though. Maybe he'll listen if it came from Sarah. At the apartment, Maggie assumes that Victor was hard on Xander because he reminded him of himself and of how he betrayed his own brother. An emotional Xander says all he ever wanted was for Victor to be proud of him. Maggie is certain Victor loved him. Why else would he give him half his fortune? Guilt, Xander retorts. Maggie believes that Victor was finally trying to make things right and that he truly loved him, just like she does. She can't wait to be Xander's mother-in-law again. Maggie leaves when Sarah comes home. Sarah tells Xander she invited Fiona to their future wedding. Why would I want her there? Xander angrily wonders. Sarah explains Fiona was committed to an institution after having a nervous breakdown. She was at the facility for a few years and worked hard to get sober. When she was released and finally found Xander, he was working for Victor. She thought he'd be better off with him. She also didn't want to undermine Xander's love for Titus with the truth that Victor was his biological father. Xander has no reason to believe a word Fiona says. Sarah believes she was sincere. More storyline hits close to home for Days stars. In her hotel room, Fiona pours herself a drink, hoping Sarah can get through to Xander. Later, she taps at her phone. Grinning, she says, "I hope that did the trick." After Eric leaves Justin at the pub, Alex enters. He got Justin's text offering to listen if he wanted to talk. Alex knows he acted like a pompous ass, thinking Victor was his father. He forgot about the good, honest man who raised him. He hopes Justin can forgive him. "Only if you can forgive me," Justin responds. He admits he took his anger at Victor and Angelica out on him. Justin hopes now that the truth is out they can rebuild their relationship. Alex states Justin's behavior paled in comparison to his, but for the record he forgives him. Justin reciprocates. In the square, Holly reminds her mother that Tate is at lacrosse camp for the summer, so he won't even be around. She wants to spend time with Sophia and her other friends before they go off to college. She shouldn't have to suffer for her and Eric's drama. Nicole asks where she'll live. Maggie strolls up. "How about with me? Holly's excited by the idea, but points out Theresa, who lives there, hates her. Maggie doesn't think that will be an issue. Later, Nicole and Holly express how much they'll miss each other before Nicole leaves to update Eric. Please subscribe our channel.